Hello, everybody. Welcome to my new trade recap of last week. So I had a very nice week with 8.5% profit. The last few weeks before that were a little bit less because I was changing some little bit on the weekly, my weekly perspective of a little bit of changing it, and yeah, that's why I had also a few less weeks. And yeah, we just keep going, we keep on working, and we will get there at some point if we keep on doing the work. Okay. So at some point, you guys will hit a point you think, okay, yeah, this is a thing. This will make me a lot of money in the future, or you will see it will come. So yeah, let's start EURCAD on the weekly. So on EURCAD, um, what I saw was on EURCAD um, we had this low here. We broke this highs from here, so we broke it. We were in an impulsive move to the upside, and then what we saw was we had here the same highs, so we expect the same lows. And what we get it from that point, if I take this horizontal line here, we had a nice false break of this weekly lows here. So this was our weekly low then, and we had a false break of that because we never broke that weekly rejection week from the lows. So that's why we went to the upside again, we went bullish again. So then I went to the weekly, so I was on the weekly, and we saw here this impulsive move to upside, breaking this wicks from the weekly high. So we were bullish. We were in a confirmed bullish trend because we have this bear bullish M here that could play out. So I was looking for a weekly support region. So what we had here, clear resistance, and here's some support, which got reversed after that to the daily TP. Very nice to see. And if I looked, you could also see that we had in the past, if I show this weekly horizontal line on this wick here that came back all the way as support, then I saw, if I look further back, we saw clearly some resistance here, resistance, support, then here some nice support, resistance, support, support, resistance, support, support, resistance, false break of that, and then some resistance, support. So it was a very nice zone, very nice supply and demand zone. I will just delete this like this. So it was a very nice holding zone where there could take some liquidity, and that then it did it. So then I went to the daily, and what I saw on the daily was, okay, we have on the daily this, we had here our high here, we had our low, high, lower low. We broke it here with this wick. So we broke it here, so we were not confirmed bullish, but then we had here our first leg, second leg, then the third leg, and then the fourth leg, because we didn't broke this wick here from that IC, so I count this as one leg. So we have that bullish M that can play out, which it did, and we went straight to the daily minus 27. So I drew my Fibonacci from the this low here till the high. This IC came in my Fib level, so I drew this whole IC. And then I wanted to see here, yeah, a pattern or diesel. We had our ascending trend line, so very nice to see. Then the price came a little bit aggressively to the downside, so I went until the 4-hour. And on the 4-hour, what could you see? You could have here a possible Fib completion from the higher to the low. Then you had there an minus 60.80 Fib completion, and the price reacted on that on this daily zone, and then we had a bullish M. So I will delete this Fib. So what we had then, we had a bullish M under the previous lower high. So we had here our first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg came back till a 4-hour higher low. And then I missed this first entry, this bullish M, and then we had here the same high, so we expect the same lows, and then I was in, so I took this natural M bullish. So we had first bullish M and then the natural M. So then I was tapped in from this wick here, and then we went aggressively to the upside. I took this trade with 2% because my FTMO was almost ending. And that's why I took it with 2%, the profit locking method. And yeah, we went aggressively to the upside. I took around partials here around this 3.8 region. I took everything out because I was then back on break even on my FTMO. So yeah, then I was back on break even, but then the charges came, so the spreads and the charges from the broker came, and then it was not yet in my in my break even zone. So I just closed this trade then, and then I took some other trades that week. So I will look to GBPAUD. So if I go to the weekly, what we saw on the weekly was we had here our low, our high. This is the impulsive move. We had an impulsive move, and then we have here this impulse and then a kind of bull flag. Yeah, fake out flag. I think it's fake out flag because this is our low, this is our high. We have our low, we broke this low here and we went to the upside, fake out flag. And so just you can see it also as impulse correction also, and then the impulse again. So then I expected some correction again till this shoulder one, head shoulder two, that we can make an inverted and shoulders because we broke this wicks. We just didn't broke this wicks here from these highs. It's just we closed just above it on the weekly. So yeah, we had a close above it. So it's not a clear trend changed, but we expect to pull back because we can make the reversal pattern. So we had a weekly bearish candle close. So I went to the daily, and what I saw on the daily was, so I will delete it for you guys. So on the daily, what I saw that the market was still bullish. We had here this this low, high, low, higher high. And then what I saw was we had here this weekly bearish candle close forming there. So what I saw was on the line chart, we had here our first leg, second leg, third leg, so a possible bearish W against the daily driver. But if I look to the candle chart, this low, this wicks came all the way back till this second new low. So this can be seen as one leg, and I didn't do that. So I saw it as first leg, second leg, third leg, and then we could take a trade on the beginning of correction to have a possible correction counter to a trend, because after an impulse we expect some correction, which was already forming here a little bit, and then we could go some more to the downside with that weekly bearish candle close indication candle. So that's why I took it there. So I went till the 4 hour, and then I saw on the daily, my daily highs were tapped beginning of correction, and what I saw was then the first candle, second candle, third candle, fourth candle. The diesel, so I could take the trade, and then the trade went minus 1%. So yeah. Then CHFJPY, so on the weekly, what we saw on the weekly was, if we look like this, we are still bullish because we had here our low, our high, low, higher high. So everything between this higher low and higher high is just a correction for an possibility that we possible move to the upside to break this descending channel corrective nature. So you saw also, we had here the impulse, and then you saw the price a little bit struggling to go to the downside, and then we reached this weekly lows from that week, week here where the liquidity was taken from, and then we went to the upside aggressively. So if I look now a little bit more in depth, you can see we had here our low, so our smaller, lower low, so our low, high, low, higher high, we broke it, so we can make the potential shoulder one, head shoulder two for possible more downside momentum. But I was looking to have some more downside momentum already from that trade. I was placing my weekly horizontal line at this week here, and I was looking where can we have some clear supply and demand zone. And at that point, the week on the daily was a little bit more to the downside. It was like this, I guess. Yeah, it was like that. And what I saw was then I saw here some clear support, resistance, support, resistance. So it was a nice supply and demand zone. So I could take this trade. Even the weekly was bullish. I was considering to take it because my FTMO needed to be on break even also. And yeah, we had here also a weekly, daily bearish W that could complete. And yeah, we went to the daily highs and then we had a pattern and then we could go to the downside. So now I will go to the 4-hour, and on the 4-hour, what can you see? You can see, I will just zoom in a little bit more like this. On the 4-hour, what could you see? The price came back to the upside very aggressively. So what we needed a touch of this daily zone, and then a diesel was formed. So we had our first candle, second candle, red candle, third candle. So we had already 4 candles here in this box. I could place my limit here, and then yeah, the price went to the upside. My stop loss was just got tapped out. So next time I needed to pay attention more where my stop loss is and where it is at. So my 4-hour horizontal black line was just sitting here and it was just above that, and then we went to the downside. So instead of doing that kind of small stop loss, I needed to place some more pips to the upside to be sure that we are above that black horizontal line. So then we went to the downside, and then we could take a scale in. And this trade I had an entry on because yeah, normally we don't trade that because I had a 1% loss, and then I don't take scale ins. But yeah, on my FTMO I needed to take it, so otherwise I need to scalp some trades. So we had here our shoulder 1, had shoulder 2, we came back till this 4-hour shoulder 1 zone, and I took the trade here, and then yeah, we went to the downside, and I took some partials out because yeah, my FTMO was on break even then. I was also running at the same time gold euro. So if I go to gold euro on the weekly, you can see it. We had our low here, our high. This is just a correction counter to the trend. We had impulse, correction, then we expect at some point a break of that channel. We had that here, and then we expect an impulse. So if I delete this, so we had our weekly impulse, and then I saw, okay, I will do my being of correction here. Okay, we closed very nice above that, very impulsive. So we expect some support around, yeah, these regions here. So I went to the daily because the weekly was, yeah, a clear weekly bullish impulsive candle. So I went to the daily, and what I saw on the daily was a very nice pattern. We had our low, high, low, higher, high, like this. So we had our bullish first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg, possible fifth leg to the upside, and we went to the upside. So we went to the daily lows here, and we made the fake out here, the false break fake out from that yeah, daily lows. So I went to the 4-hour, and what I saw on the 4-hour was like this. We had our diesel entry formed. So we had here our first candle, second candle, third candle is a bullish candle. So I can take my limit on the fourth candle. I rounded the entry off, and then we went impulsively to the upside for around 4%. And you could take some partials out at the daily highs for 5.2%. I took some partials out around 1% because my FTMO was then also running at the same time with CHFJPY, and that's why I took these 2 trades out to have a break even on my FTMO after some losing streak a few weeks. So then the next one, AUDCAD. This one, I will go to the weekly. What I saw on AUDCAD was we are in a bullish market. So we had our low here, our high. This week came also here, so this is our high. We didn't broke it, this instructional candle, so this is still one high because here this week came all the way till this high, so you can see it as one leg, and then like this, like this. So we were still bullish. This was our last higher low, higher high, like this. So we were still bullish, and the price came all the way back to the downside. I made here kind of smaller bearish W. So we had our first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg. We came back to the weekly highs, and then we could make some support here at these weekly lows. So I was looking to take a short, even if the weekly was, the weekly was against us with a very nice supply and demand. So if I look on the weekly, if I drew my horizontal weekly line here at this zone, you can see clearly some support here, sitting very nice wick here, support, resistance, resistance, support, resistance, support, support. So a very nice supply and demand. So yeah, I just put my camera on. So yeah, then I went to the daily. And on the daily, what I saw on daily, we were still bearish because we had here our high, low, high, lower low, and then we had some corrective nature counter to a trend for a possible move to the downside. So it was clear sign to see that the bears could kick in because we had our impulse and then we had our corrective nature. So we expect after that corrective nature counter to the trend, an impulse to the downside. Till maybe the beginning of correction here. We will see what will happen after a few days. But I was looking then to touch these daily highs, and we did that. And then I went to the 4 hour, and what I saw, then we touched our daily zone of interest here, and we had our shoulder 1, had shoulder 2. We went to the daily 4 hour minus 27, and you could take also some partials out at this daily higher low region because we had our bigger bullish M on the daily, and that's why we went back to the upside. So on this trade AUDCAD, I just took the trade and then I just took it immediately out because I had some doubts about the trade that the weekly was against me. So this was an emotional trading error from me that week. So I just needed to run it. So it was a mistake from me. I was not that sure about the trade anymore. So it was a mistake. So then USDCAD is the last one. USDCAD, I took the buy because we had here this was our low, this is our high, this is our low, higher high, we broke this higher low. So we were not fully bearish because we needed to make first that reversal pattern. So this was just an indication that the bears are present, but we are not confirmed in a bearish market. So we had here our shoulder 1, had shoulder 2 possible. So we expected, the pullback. So we had our high, low here. Everything between that was just a correction. And then we touched the weekly shoulder 1 zone. So it was a more dangerous trade to take, but I wanted to take still that bullish setup even if the weekly candle was against us, because we made here a nice smaller bullish M for more possible upside momentum with that daily ascending trend line here sitting. So yeah, it was more risky trade, but if we didn't have that bullish M here and this weekly supply and demand zone, I guess, yeah, we had here some kind of support here, resistance, possible support. That's why I also took it. So sometimes you need to weigh the advantages of and the benefits, which would be good to take and what not. So if I go to the daily now, what you can see on the daily was you have here our low, this is our high, this is one leg because the wicks didn't broke there. So low, high, low, higher high. So this is our new higher low. And then after that impulse, what we expect, corrective nature, counter to the trend, and then we expect some very nice impulsive move to the upside. So that's what I could see. Very nice setup, very nice extending trend line on the daily, holding the price up, very corrective nature, counter to the trend. And then this was my first daily point of interest. So this was clear resistance and it acted as clear support. So very nice to see. And then I went to the 4 hour and then I saw this shoulder 1 here. This had same lows than the shoulder 2. This was for the scale in also that we had here. So we went to the upside and then we went break even because we went back and then we touched our daily zone again here and we made a first. So we made here a first candle, second candle, third candle. We could take the limit here after the third candle closed and then stop loss wide enough, just under 78.60, and the price just came back and just didn't tap me out. It was a lucky one. And then we went back to the upside to the daily minus 27, 4 hour minus 27. So this was on my new start of the 200K account. So very nice to see it immediately played out. So very nice. So this was my trade recap of last week. A very busy week, very nice week also. So I hope you had a nice lessons from that that I teached or that I showed you. So I hope you have a nice training week, everybody. See you soon. Bye.